Hey everyone, welcome back to Less Things Big Dreams. First off, I'm sure you've noticed we didn't survive Vlogmas. There was just so much going on, and some good things, some sad things, and ultimately we just wanted to enjoy the holiday season with our family. So the holidays are over, we're getting back to work. There's a lot of really big things coming as far as our lives are concerned. And today I just wanted to start off with a quick tour of the Cougar. So this is our 2005 Keystone Cougar. It's a rear bunk, and I wanted to just quickly go over today what some of the issues are with this trailer, and this is just kind of RVs in general. And I want to preface this, like, I know that a lot of people have issues with things like the cabinetry and other pieces of RVs, and they think the quality isn't there, but you really have to look at why these what these are designed for. So ultimately they're designed for traditionally, weekend camping, a week here or there. Living in full time, they can handle it, but functionally there's a lot of shortcomings, and it really just comes down to design. This isn't what the manufacturer had in mind when they made them, but just like tiny homes that are on a car trailer and other scenarios, it doesn't mean you can't do it. So that's going to be my mission with this trailer and trailers moving forward, is to push the envelope a little bit. So today I'm going to point out a few things that I am trying to fix in the new design, and then I'll start talking a little bit about what I have planned, but we still have just a little bit to get out of this trailer as far as, like, we lived in it this summer, we still have a few things in it. But once that's done, we're going to rip everything out, and we have big plans. So come with me. I'm going to take you through a quick tour of what I'm planning to hopefully fix on the trailer, and we'll get started. We're going to go ahead and start up in the front part of this trailer. So this trailer has a front bedroom, and this is the bedroom that, like, the parents would typically sleep in if this was like a family. The kids would sleep in the bunk room, the parents would sleep up front. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of how this currently is and what our thoughts are for it. There are definitely some things I'm not going to share because I want them to be surprises. But anyways, you have these stairs going up. Carpet's disgusting. We're getting rid of that. We're going to do same flooring throughout the whole trailer. This cabinet's getting reworked. And then we come into the bedroom area. And really, there's just not a lot of space. So there's these corner cabinets for clothing. That's not nearly enough for somebody that's actually living in a trailer. I don't care how minimal you are. On this side, we have this small cabinet, but there's things like this, like small drawer, right? That's fine. But look at that. So this is what they call it's not even a 3/4 extension. So with, like, drawer guides, for instance, they have full extension, 3/4 extension. They have side mount, they have under mount. So this one is a 3/4 extension. So it's a small drawer, but you look at this, if this thing, look how much space, there's like, not even half the drawer is out. So that's really not ideal in a small space. You need to have this thing coming all the way out. This is something they do for, economy of scale. They're trying to keep things affordable. So this is something that I'm going to fix. This whole cabinet's going away, but here's just one example of the cabinetry and things that should be different. So anyways, small cabinet, you can't really put much in here. And then, there's another cabinet up here. So this will go away, and then the showers can get reworked as well. And really a big part of this too is that we want to kind of, even though this is an older trailer and even though it's a smaller trailer, we're trying to push, like, how functional can you make it, how updated can you make it? Because newer RVs, they don't have this. Newer RVs, you don't have, like, the shower here, the sink inside your bedroom. This is just something that it's old school. This is how they used to do it. We don't do this anymore. In here is the toilet, so we have that. And functionally, you do have to be careful. You can't move too much around because, for example, in this, in the toilet closet, the toilet's there, and that's the black tank below it. So there's certain piping things you can't change. Here you have water supply, which absolutely can be changed. I can move those around. The drain I can move around. So that's not a big deal. The shower can be tweaked a little bit. So my goal is to kind of create more of a traditional bathroom with this space. So try to get the shower and the toilet and the sink in one room, create a hallway. And then up here, I guess I'll just say it. So what we're planning to do is we're planning to flip-flop this trailer. So this front area, it's small, and you'll see too, like, the floor is elevated. So like I can't even stand up next to this. So our plan is to gut this and turn it into a bunk room for kids, because kids are shorter, they'll fit better. We're planning to get at least 3 beds in here for kids, and I just think overall it's gonna be a much better use of the space up here. So that will include, the bed will go away, there's no hydraulics or anything under the bed, it can go away, and these cabinets will both go away, and we'll create storage for kids. And that's kind of a big focus of ours, is making these more livable for families that want to travel. You know, these days more families than ever are wanting to hit the road, they're wanting to get out in these trailers, and they can't always afford the really big, you know, $80,000 used trailers that can fit a family. So our goal is to see if we can take one of these older trailers and make an affordable option for somebody to really get out on the road at an affordable price, and kind of as a first time rig, this would be a great option. So that's the upstairs and what we have planned. And now we're going to go back downstairs to the kitchen area. And as far as the kitchen's concerned, this is the area I'm the most excited about. So for those of you that don't know me, don't know my background is actually in custom cabinetry. I've been around woodworking my whole life. I took a break for about 10 years there, and I went the corporate route and just recently got out of that. So I'm getting back to working with my hands, and I feel like RVs is going to be kind of a good niche for us as far as customization. So needless to say, I'm very qualified to do this woodworking, and I'm really excited to see what I can pull off. So as far as these cabinets behind me, these kitchen cabinets, they are all going away. I'm tearing them all out. That's something you see traditionally in RV renovations, is they kind of rework what's there, or they just paint what's there, which aesthetically looks better, but functionally it doesn't change anything. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is bring to the table this new way of thinking of, let's just start over. You know, I think it's going to be a really cool way to look at things. You know, people will buy a car trailer and they'll build a tiny home on it and invest all that time and money, but why not take something like an RV and do the same thing? But, you know, the RV obviously is designed to go down the road. It's designed to travel in. So let's take a look at the kitchen and see what I have planned here. As far as the kitchen is concerned here, you can see we have this peninsula that comes out. The sink is in the peninsula, and then on the back side of the peninsula are drawers, which we used for storage for shoes. So it worked out pretty well, but ultimately what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get the most counter space possible and floor space. So kind of the preliminary plan here is to take everything out, and then the first step is we're putting in an electric fridge. These gas propane electric fridges are good, but if you're living in them full time, they can be quite kind of a nuisance. For example, right now it's snowing outside, so you can see we got a lot. That's all white. Come on, focus. I'm not sure if it's gonna work for you, but anyways, believe me, lots of snow outside. And when these fridges, this is a Dometic fridge, and Norcold is gonna be the same thing. When temperatures get 20 degrees or below, the ammonia that's used in the process of creating cold air in these refrigerators stops working. And so under 20 degrees, you don't have a fridge. Also, in extreme heat, they don't work really well. When it gets really hot, these don't work very well either. So we're getting rid of it, and we're going to put in just a smaller electric residential fridge, counter depth. So that being said, this is going away, and then we're going to put a fridge over in the corner here. Now, by doing that, you know, there's obviously some holes. If you know RVs, there's going to be some holes in the wall here behind this that we're going to patch up. But I'm going to build cabinetry to encompass the fridge over on the right side. It'll have to be high to be over the electrical panel, which is there. Here is the furnace for the RV. So that'll stay. So we'll keep cabinetry above that. I'll probably just put a false door in front of that. And then everything else here, it's really a horrible use of space, because if you look at it, over there in that corner, to the right of that panel is completely empty. It's not used. This panel can be moved. Here's the furnace. That really can't be touched. Under here, there's nothing. There's nothing under there. I pulled that panel. That's the propane alarm. So waste of space there. And then in this cabinet here, kind of the same thing. You can't really do much with this because of how they designed it. And then here is a nice drawer, 3/4 extension guide under a countertop. So there's really no way to use this drawer. So not very useful. So the idea is, like I said, fridge on the front, on the right side, and then this will all be countertop. I think we're going to maintain the sink here, and then in this area, we'll still have a microwave, probably a microwave hood, and we're going to get a larger microwave because this one you can hardly fit anything in. But we're going to do away with the oven, the cooktop as well, and we're going to put it in just a 2-burner propane cooktop. So most people that have lived in RVs, you know how often you use the oven. Most people these days are using either a Ninja Foodi or they'll use some sort of oven. They'll just use like a induction oven of some sort. And so for us, what we're maybe are going to do is we might look for a good deal on a convection microwave. That way you still maintain the ability to do baking. But most people, you know, as far as what this is going to be built for, this is going to be built for a family who is primarily in RV parks or stationary. You know, it's not really for boondocking, which boondocking means that you don't have power hookups because of the electric fridge and so on. So this is going to be built for somebody that's stationary or they're traveling in parks, and this will be perfect for them. And then that'll be, like I said, the upper cabinet there with the microwave, and then this will continue out. And like I said, these won't be bumped out quite as far here. And I have considered going over there, over the door as well with some cabinetry. So lots of ideas. I'm going to work on the design for this. But this is going to be the biggest transition of the entire trailer, is new cabinets in this space. Turning around, we have this slide. Don't mind all the stuff. That's just stuff that we're putting in storage. So couches here, tables here, and really this isn't going to change much. We have ideas for wall finishes as far as I think we're going to either do a brick on the inside, a faux brick, and new couch, which we already have. Table we're going to replace with something that is more functional. Obviously, slide trim, we're going to clean that up, get rid of that. And then that leaves this cabinet here. Still designing it, still trying to figure out what we want to do, but all kinds of opportunity. When we first got the trailer, I remember there was the hole there, and I think there was like this whole left side of the cabinet. I think I'll put a picture in here. This whole left side of the cabinet was cut off for this massive stereo unit that we didn't even use. So that's going to go away, and I'm just going to rework this whole space. But lots of ideas for that. And then coming into the back here, we have the bunk room. So this is where our girls slept this summer. So what really with this one, what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to completely gut it. So our idea is we want to make this this is going to be for the adults to sleep in. So we're going to try to find some sort of way to make this a transitional space to where during the day it's a useful sitting space, and then at night it's a bedroom. So kind of like we see people do with toy haulers, they'll kind of put the parents in the back and they'll, you know, move the bed out of the way or whatever. So we're going to try to do that back in this space. I still need to measure and make sure that I can actually fit a queen size bed back here, but if I can, game on, and it's gonna be a really cool fix. And then we'll have to fix the doorway, and I'll show you what's wrong with the doorway. So for me, I'm 6'3", I'm a bigger guy, and I've been notified by my wife that I need to fix this. So watch me as I go through the door here, and you'll see what we're talking about. If I go back to the doorway, I can't fit. I'm shoulder to shoulder, so I can't go in the doorway here. So that's something we're gonna have to fix, is widening this in some way. I'm thinking some sort of a sliding pocket door that kind of divides this space up with the rest of the trailer, and so at night you can close it, but during the day you can have it be an open door. So that's going to be what we end up doing for the bedroom back there. And obviously I'll have to build some storage for clothing and other things. That's just like a big focus of ours. We want to make sure we get as much storage as possible, but really from end to end it's custom cabinetry in the whole trailer, and that's something that I haven't seen before. And I know it seems like it's a lot, but at the same time I feel like it's something that's needed to do something just totally different. So this is going to be unlike most trailers you've seen. So the next step is going to be to get the rest of the stuff cleared out of here, and then I am going to tear everything out in one foul swoop. And what we're going to do is we're going to take note of where things come from, and then we're going to take it all to the dump at one time, and we'll measure how much we've taken out. And then we're going to be aware of that as we put the trailer back together. As we install those cabinets, we want to make sure that we have everything as close to the same net weight as what we started with. That way, you know, weight distribution and things like that, we're not overloading the trailer. We're keeping it as stock as possible. So that's the main goal as far as weight's concerned, is keeping everything within the bounds of how it was designed. That's going to be the video for today. It was something that I've just wanted to do, just give you a quick overview of the interior of this trailer. We're really not planning on doing much to the exterior. The exterior is good enough. It's the dead of winter right now, so being able to do much on the exterior is going to be pretty difficult. But as far as the interior, it's going to be completely different. We're going to be painting all of the walls. We're going to get them all back to a true white, the ceiling included. We have a ceiling detail we're going to try to do as well. All new cabinetry, all new flooring. Just really, we're going to transform this space, and it's going to be entirely different. So this is part 1 of the Cougar build series, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below. Like this video, and also in the comments, make sure you write any sort of ideas you have. So what are some things you think would be really cool to see in this build? Because I'm open to it. The whole point of this build is to push the envelope, do things differently than they've been done. With my background in woodworking, I really feel like we can do some really cool things. I also have a very special piece of equipment coming to the wood shop where I'm going to be working, and that's going to be a huge part of this build and builds in the future, is being able to build my own cabinetry, and you will see more about that as that time comes closer. We still have about 10 weeks or so to wait until it arrives for us. So thank you for sticking with us, and it's going to be a huge year here in 2022, and I wish you the best in following us, and I'm so excited to start sharing with you more of this side of our life. So have a great day, and we will see you in the next episode.